As we've started to go through module 7, which is all about the structure, Paige has done a little introduction for us of what we're going to be learning. Although we love all the emotional and metaphysical work, we are spending some time here doing some protocols and some structural work. So we're going to introduce you to the comprehensive information and report and the body systems report. And these are both found in your AO scanner. And so this is how we're starting to combine our beautiful techniques of muscle testing and quantum energetics tools with the AO scan tools a little bit further. So you may have seen that there is a comprehensive report in the AO scanner, and we've discussed what that is earlier. So we're going to be just talking about a number of different ways that you can start to utilize this comprehensive report when you're working with your clients, both from a frequency perspective as well as throughout a particular balance that you may be working with your client. So when we begin our session, as part of our setup, we can ask if there is a specific part of the body that requires attention for this balance. And so the client might come in with a specific area, such as a hip or a shoulder or a spine problem, etc. So if the client, is saying, yes, they do have a particular structural or physical element that they want to work on, you can use the comprehensive scan by going into this area of the report and scanning the client's specific targeted area and then muscle testing that particular area that's come up until one of those particular areas on that scan unlocks. And then going down the list until the priority unlocks as well. We can then take this information and note it down, which is part of this area of the body, and we can include this in our balance. So we can do this with the body system scan as well. We can talk to our client, if they're talking about a particular area, you may wish to talk to that client what you're going to scan. So scan that particular body system, and then using your muscle testing, you can go through that area and muscle test information that may be relevant. You can also actively listen to your client's history taking, which is going to guide you directly to relevant scans and muscle testing for deeper insight. So as you're talking to your client, they're starting to tell you what's going on. So you may start to write some notes. Okay, I'm going to scan the spine, or I'm going to scan the hip, or they're talking to me about the thyroid. So let's scan the thyroid. Or they're talking to me about a shoulder issue. So there's particular areas that you can start to look on the left or the right side of the shoulder as well. So active listening, as we've discussed in earlier modules, is a really important part of guiding the session. We can also work with the comprehensive and the body system scan throughout our actual balance. And we've got protocols that we're going to be teaching you as we go into this module a little bit further, that we can provide as a standalone protocol to use, or you can use it within a client session. So it might come up halfway through the session, a particular area of the body might come up, and you may dive into the comprehensive or the body system scan for a little bit further information within that balance, muscle testing and bringing that in, or you may have done this at the start of your session as well. So we're going to provide this quick alternative to full balancing protocols as well to encourage you all to find a way that works best for you. So we're cultivating self-direction and self-reliance in the way that you want to work with your clients. So you may just choose to work online, utilizing both the comprehensive and the body system scan and just doing a standalone balance on that. Or it may come up throughout your online session or your face-to-face session as well, and you start to bring that in. And I guess it just matters of how much time you have in this session as well. So we're just going to introduce you to the body system part of the AO scanner. And this particular area performs a complete and thorough analysis of hundreds of blueprint frequencies associated with 13 major body systems. So this scan works in harmony with the vitals and the comprehensive scan, and it offers us deeper insight by clearly highlighting which body systems may be requiring additional support. So this full body system scan generates about 27 pages, so it's a really detailed report, providing focused analysis of each individual body system and how it energetically expresses at that time of the scan. This scan can be done completely in its entirety, or you can choose a particular area to scan based on clinical relevance, client presentation, or if you're muscle testing or scanning through. So this scan can be performed in clinic using a bone conductor headset or remotely, making it accessible for distance or online sessions. It's non-invasive, it's gentle, it makes it suitable for your clients. The body system scan is one of the 4 core scans within the Solex AO scanner. And within each body system, it starts to analyze into 5 key subcategories. And I really love this information in the scanner, especially the causes and the associated emotions, because they really link in beautifully to get some extra information in your sessions when you're working with clients. So there's an area that looks at the anatomical location, physical structures associated with the body systems. So it kind of really highlights a little bit more information in each system. The causes, so this highlights our underlying stresses, our patterns, and what may influence this particular body system being out of balance on a frequency level. And then you've got your vital scan points, which relates to psychological and energetic markers that has happened in the behind the scenes in the vital scan, and it brings those through. And then it brings in the emotional patterns linked to the system as well, which, may have already come up in your session, or it may be new information that you're going to be discussing with your client when you get to that particular body system. And then there's the last part, which is suggesting some protocols. And these may be things that you can use to look for patterns, or it might test up as home reinforcement as well. And these suggested protocols are frequency-based support. So they might be saying, you need more hydration, or maybe you need to go see a chiropractor, or maybe you need to bring in a particular vitamin or supplement into your protocol. So the AO scans systems, 13 body systems. You've got your circularity system, connective tissue, the digestion, the endocrine, the lymphatic system, the musculoskeletal, the nervous system, the respiratory system, the sensory nervous system, your skin, your urinary chromosomes. It talks to the human cell and the mitochondria, hormones, and it also does a chemistry panel as well. So lots and lots of information for you to use throughout your balance.